How we doing, people? All right, everybody, we are in Altamont, New York, starting a new project on an earthen pond today. So the deal with this earthen pond is this client has had a few different contractors try and tackle this, and they haven't done the best job. So now we are coming in and we are going to fix this. There is a current waterfall over here, which you really can't see because it's not much of a waterfall. And then this is the earthen pond. And as you can see, all they did on these sides here was fabric and these cobbles. So what we're actually going to do is shelf this back and come up with some boulders, and we're going to do maybe 1 or 2 shelves depending on the size of the boulders around the top, and the water level is going to be up to that. And then the thing about this waterfall is we are actually not going to keep the mound here. We're going to move this mound over to there. So what we're going to do today is all of our prep work, which is detaching the plumbing, moving some of these plants, moving these rocks, getting these cobbles off, because we can save all these rocks and cobbles that we can possibly use. We have to be careful of all our utilities here. But basically today is just all prep work, and then once we get everything scraped off, all the plants out, we are going to move this whole mound of dirt over to there, and our waterfall is going to come down over from there because there's already a natural grade change where we have some elevation there, and that's going to come into this pond right there. The entrance is going to be right there. So we're going to move all that soil over there today, make a big mound, and get ready for that. So that'll probably be today and tomorrow. So this is Monday, and then tomorrow's Tuesday, obviously. So it'll be Monday and Tuesday, just moving soil and getting that all set. Then Wednesday we're going to have to go and start getting some boulders. So we're going to truck all that in ourselves, get all those here, and then shelf this back, and start getting on with the pond. And then after pandemonium, when we come back, we are going to start that waterfall. So it's going to be definitely going to be a fun one. Be a big project. We'll be here probably 2.5 weeks, something like that. So yeah, it'll be fun. So the other thing with this project is over here there's a natural creek, and right here we have an overflow in the pond. This is kind of high and it's just not set right. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull that out, reset it, and just redo the drain that goes into the creek. And over here, the client really doesn't like the look of this. It just sticks out into the creek. She doesn't really like the look. So we are going to reset that, redo that, and make it just a nice clean look. And then coming up here, you can see over here we had some nasty storms over the weekend from the hurricane down south. We had a bunch of rain that came up and hit us, and all of this stuff washed into the yard from the current drainage situation up here. So this is also the part of the project, and what this entails is there's a ditch up there, and water kind of just runs out and down the hill, and the yard is always soaked, and that's actually going to benefit the pond. Because what we're going to do with that is we're going to put a 8-inch culvert in, and we're going to run that all the way down through the yard into the pond. So we basically, whenever it rains, there's going to be water into the pond. So, and I mean, it's all downhill. There's a hillside here. So there's going to be a lot of water coming down in. And if the pond gets low from evaporation and stuff, that way we always just have water coming in. And then obviously, if it gets too high at some point, we have that overflow. So then it can just run out that way when it's too high. So that'll work out pretty good. You can just have a natural water source, which is awesome for that.
A lot of the rock in this area, it's actually coming out really cool. They got all these fossils in it, really cool shells. But what makes an imprint like this? Doesn't it look like a snake with legs?
Our 4th day on this project in Altamont, and right now I'm the only one here, and I'm getting our shelves carved out. So we've done a lot in the past few days. We got this mound totally moved over there We got a lot of rock here because we're gonna need a lot of rock to rock in this entire pond. So yesterday all we did was trucked rock from all over here, wherever we can get it, right to here, and unloaded everything, got everything stacked. And yesterday I moved a little bit of soil, started to get out these shelves, and then today, I mean, I'll show you what we got. We already brought in 7 loads with our bigger internationals, probably at least, that's like 42 to 45 ton of rock so far. And I don't really know what this is gonna take, but I bet you that won't even get us halfway around. So it's gonna be a good amount. And then we have to have even more for this waterfall, which is like a 30 to 35 foot waterfall going back. And we have all this soil, but we're gonna have to bring in sandy loam to go over the top of this with, so we can cut into that and it's not gonna affect our liner or anything. And for our shelves, we're going 2 foot down from grade. Like in here, this grade is higher than where we set it for over there, so we're eventually gonna have to cut this down and everything. But these are our shelves. We're about 2 foot down. Over in there, we're 2 foot down. And yeah, I mean, the boulders are 2 to 3 footers, so the idea is to do 2 shelves in most places, do a lower one, gravel back, go up higher, and that should get us to our height. Entrance over here. We got our berm. We're shaping up the berm right now because that's going to drop in right there. Jack's kind of working on getting this shaped up. I'm in the excavator, just moving some soil around, pushing it around. We had a lot of soil here from the previous berm that was in here. So we're using all that to shape that up. And then what we're going to do is, that soil is not the best, we're going to go over with a coating of sandy loam for our waterfall. Make sure our liner and everything is protected and we don't have any problems with the soil that's in there now. So yesterday me and Kyle got this pond all rocked in, finished up. It took us like maybe 2.5 to 3 days to rock this baby in. We rocked the whole way around. Our water level is 4 inches below grade, I believe 3-4 inches below grade. So all these top of the rocks are at grade, above grade. You know, we got some different variations in height levels, so it's going to be really cool to see everything once the water's up, because then it's going to look really cool, look finished. Over in here, we actually have a sort of natural drain that we're going to do. Basically up there, there's a ditch, and a lot of water comes off these mountains, I guess, because we're right at the base of mountains, comes down and washes into that ditch and kind of through the yard. It's just always wet, so we're going to kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. We're going to put a drainage pipe, probably like a 12-inch culvert, all the way down into here, and that's going to kind of be our natural autofill for the pond. And because I mean, there's a lot of water coming into here, coming into the yard. The yard's always soaked, so that'll solve the yard being wet. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a sort of natural fencing around it, almost too, so none of the debris that washes off the hills can wash into the culvert and get the culvert full and stuck and plugged. So we're gonna do that. Then over in here, we've got our overflow, the current overflow that was already put in there. We're gonna kind of have to readjust that, see where we're at there, and that actually runs out into the creek that is over here. And you can see this blue pipe, the homeowner does not like that pipe sticking out like that. She wants to be able to see the creek and it look natural and not have just a random blue pipe sticking out of the ground. So we're kind of going to dress that up for her, make it look good. We're going to get that reset to our actual overflow height. So that's what we're doing in here. We're gonna put our centipede and our snorkel in here and everything, and that's obviously gonna get ran up to the waterfall. That's all gonna be right in this section. We're gonna dig it in down there. Honestly, I don't really know how that's gonna be done because my father doesn't want to pump it down at all. So I guess he's all gonna teach us something new. We've never done that before. So we're working in the water a little bit.
So whenever we're doing a waterfall into an earthen pond, clay bottom pond, you can call it a bass pond, there's a lot of different things you can call it. Way over there on that side is where we're building our waterfall. Down on this side, we're gonna do a wet well. A lot of times on recreation ponds, you see us doing like a skim cove. The problem with doing a skim cove on an earthen or clay bottom pond is sometimes in certain areas, the water will fluctuate a lot. It could fluctuate maybe 2-3 feet. And we don't want to ever not be able to run this waterfall. So what we're doing is we're going down about 4.5-5 feet deep. We got to put an extension on this snorkel yet, but right now what Nick's going to do is start to box in our centipede module. We got all this wrapped in fabric just to help with any of the sediment. Obviously it's an earthen pond, so you're going to get some sediment anyway, but you can see that the water is already starting to come in. But once we get this all cobbled in and to be able to keep the big sediment out, we'll break that dam loose and let it flood. But first we got to get all that in there. We'll show you what it looks like after we're all done.